My name is Adnan Ismail. I'm a junior at Cypress High School, and this is my TED Talk. I'm here to talk to you guys about a very interesting book I came across. So, enjoy! The book I read was called Glass Castle by Janet Walls. She shows us her rough childhood and her family struggles. Rex Walls, Janet's father, tried many different things to financially support his family. Rex had a dream, once his family is financially solved, to build a glass castle. Essentially what that home would be is a place where everyone is happy and not arguing. He tries his best to make this happen, so he finds multiple jobs and works. Saving money was tough because of consistent spending on drinks, drugs, and other things that aren't necessary when trying to financially build up. I believe in this situation, Janet is the antagonist because she believes everything her father does is dumb, so she tries to ask him why he makes these decisions and he ignores her. As a father who isn't able to support his family, obviously he's gonna be a bit unstable, but at the end of the day, he still loves them and will try to do anything in his arsenal. That is something in today's society. People take their parents for granted, not understanding what they go through, Janet Walls to provide this autobiography to show us her rough childhood caused by her parents always arguing and her father making bad decisions, causing their family to be in poverty. A huge symbol in the book is fire. It represents destruction and family problems. The fire symbolizes the unending cycle of poverty and destruction the family undergoes. When something good finally happens, it is dashed by disaster because of Rex. I feel that Janet understands the impact the word fire has because she repeats it multiple times due to it following her throughout her childhood. Her purpose to write this book was to show no matter how tough your childhood was, if you want your life to be better, you will do anything you can. In my opinion, I thought this book was great because it was in chronological order from her being a kid to growing up and showing how she solves these problems. I believe her audience would be anyone who had a rough childhood and is scared to be themselves because they don't want to be judged. That causes them to be a different person with different people. This can lead to depression and anxiety, which is why you should just be yourself and let everything play out, and hopefully something good happens. When Janet is growing up, she doesn't have any of these problems because she stayed true to herself, and she solved all these problems because she wanted her life to be better and her family's. One main thing that was interesting and made me want to continue reading was her style. Janet Wall's style is great since this is a memoir. She combines the emotional struggle of her early and middle childhood with the turmoil surrounding her to paint a picture of what her life was like at the time. One thing she surely accomplished was making the reader feel for her and her family. Walls includes a lot of dialogue with her actual thought to add to the overall mood of the book. Janet presented a super tragic but moving memoir, causing the people to want more. As Janet and her siblings grow up, however, they realize they cannot depend on their parents, but must depend on themselves. Being forced to live in horrible living conditions without heat, electricity, or enough food teaches them how to be self-sufficient and resourceful, how to feed and clothe themselves, make tough decisions, and find work at young ages. Eventually, the Wall children decide they must leave their parents and move to New York City where they can reinvent themselves and get better. Although their upbringing was tough, Janet and her siblings appreciate the lessons they learned from their upbringing and about how to be self-sufficient and not to be afraid to be their true selves. I feel like this is a huge lesson and people in today's society should take something from this. You shouldn't always rely on someone. You should be self-taught just in case things don't go the way you planned.